Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. In this video I will show you how I completely restored and upgraded a vintage Toshiba SA-420 receiver. I bought it as a defective unit. Seller told me that only one channel is working. First thing I've noticed after removing the cover was a completely burnt out resistor. And looks like someone else repaired this board before. The output transistors are not matching, they're not the same, so the components on one channel are not mirroring the other. This unit has a modular design and is extremely repair friendly. You get access to almost all the components only by removing the top and the bottom cover. I will take the power amplifier board out of the chassis because I'm planning to replace all the output transistors, the drivers, all the power resistors and all the electrolytic capacitors. The 220 ohm driver emitter resistor is completely burnt out. And it looks like one of the output transistors is not even attached to the heatsink anymore. The original screws are plastic and one of them just snapped. I will replace those with regular screws with plastic through-hole washers. The rubber plug on the bottom of this capacitor is pushed out, so that's not a good sign. I have chosen to replace the output transistors with MJE 15032, 15033. These are modern transistors, faster and more powerful than the old ones. And of course the pinout is similar. I clean up the old mica insulators and I will reuse them with fresh thermal joint compound. the final check to make sure nothing is shorted. I'm replacing the electrolytics on the power supply. I won't replace the main filter capacitor, which is a Nichicon dual 4700 microfarads. I just took it out and measured it, and it's actually very good, still very good. I only found two out of specs capacitors in the whole unit, so only two bad capacitors, both of them on the power amplifier board. I'm replacing the function indicator lights with white LEDs. Also, the tuning scale bulbs are being replaced with 12-volt LEDs. The 330 ohm series resistor drops the current and protects the LEDs. I'm using deoxide spray to clean up all the pots and switches, including the headphones jack. It's time to set the idle current for the power amplifier. I'm doing that by measuring the voltage drop across one of the emitter resistors on each channel. The manufacturer recommends about 10 millivolts, but I will increase it to 20, and that will give me a current flow through the output stage at about 40 milliamps. The amplifier will run just a little bit warmer. I will let it on for about 20 minutes to reach the thermal equilibrium, and then I will check it again. This is done with the volume pot set to minimum and no speakers connected. This little board is the Phono preamp. After I finish replacing the electrolytic capacitors on this board, I'm moving to the next one, which is the tone corrector. I'm not going to include that in a video anymore because it's going to be way too long. The top case was in bad shape. I removed the old vinyl, repaired the cracks, sanded down, and then painted the grill, and now I'm installing the new vinyl. This stuff is self-adhesive and easy to install. I just have to make sure there are no air bubbles left. Because I like the blue gauges on Macintosh amplifiers. I install a blue gel filter behind the gauges here, so the gauges are illuminated blue, while the rest of the scale is cold white. I enjoyed working on this project, and I'm happy about the way it turned out. I think these old receivers are worth saving. I will do another video to test this on my newly refurbished vintage Zenith Allegro 3000 speakers. Thank you for watching.